All right, here goes U10 boys. First round, Summit 18 versus Gunnison, the Wolverines. Jackson Fields wins the face-off. And there's the first whistle, will be offsides. Fields wins the face-off. Bodie picks up the puck behind the blue line, dishes it into the neutral zone. Wolverines chase after the puck. Goes back to Bodie. Bodie will push it in, poke checked away by the Wolverines, and they will skate it into the zone. Intercepted by Bodie. Bodie will skate it around the net and attempt to get it out of the zone. Bodie will take it all the way into the Wolverine zone, and that'll be offsides. All right, Summit changes it up. We have Jackson Reed in there. He wins the face-off. Puck goes back to Arlo. Arlo's going to skate it and dump it into the zone. Goes deep in behind the net. Jackson Reed chases after. He centers it. Arlo picks it up. Pushes it against the boards. The Wolverines are going to come up with it and skate it out. So they enter the zone. And a lot of defense in front to break up the play. Puck is cleared out of the zone, and they're going to chase. It's not going to have enough steam to be offsides. The Wolverines pick it up in their zone and flick it out. And there's a whistle. Not sure what that's going to be. So Caden Bodie on defense. Max and Ben and Jackson Fields to take the face off. Deep in Summit zone. Jackson Fields wins the face off. He grabs the puck, passes it back to Caden. Caden passes it forward to Max. Max will clear the zone and passes it up to Jackson Fields again. Ref gets in the way. Wolverines come up with it, and they will push it forward. Shot on goal, save Jackson U. Bodie picks up the puck. He skates it out of the zone. He skates it all the way in. He's going to take a shot. Trickles by Gunnison goalie, and that is a goal for Summit. So 9 minutes, 51 seconds into the first period. Summit leads 1-0. Goal by Bodie Lowe. All right, Summit wins the faceoff, goes back to Arlo. Arlo pushes it forward, finds Hendrick. Hendrick's going to push it into the zone deep. Hendrick and Jackson Reed fighting in the corner. Gunnison comes up with a puck, takes it deep around, and sends it up the boards. Intercepted by Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to attempt to center. He finds Jackson Reed, takes a shot, save. And the puck's going to come back around. Arlo's going to shove it back in deep in the zone. Jackson Reed is going to be on the other end there to pick it up. He centers to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to go after it behind the net. Centering pass. Jackson Reed can't get a stick on it, and they clear the zone. Finn's going to send it up the boards. And the puck just goes back and forth in neutral zone on the boards. And finally, he's dumped deep in on goal, saved by the goalie. Arlo keeps it in. He's going to take a shot. It's going to go over the goal, a miss. Jackson Reed still fighting hard in the corner for the puck. Gunnison comes up with it, and they're going to clear the zone. Finn McFarland all over it. Excellent play. Hendrick getting a piece of it. Jeremiah. And Hendrick in the corner comes up with the puck. He's going to try to skate it out of there. Gets it to the boards. Makes it back to the point. Hendrick fighting hard. Back to Arlo. Arlo's going to take it behind the net. Drop it back for Finn McFarland. Finn's going to skate it out of the zone. And he's got 4 on him. He takes a shot on goal. Gets broken up in front. And Summit's puck's going to squirt out of the zone. Pass goes over to Finn McFarland. He's going to try pushing it in. Barrett goes deep in the zone. Dennison's going to come up with it. And they're going to clear the puck. They need a change pretty bad here. We got Rory behind the net. Hayden on D. Nice pass up to Jeremiah. And Summit will still trying to clear. Gets it to Jackson Reed. Reed's going to clear. And they're going to deep it into the zone. And it's on net. And the goalie's going to cover it. He is not going to get a whistle from the goalie. And he finally does. So we have 6 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first period. Summit leads 1-0. Face off deep in Gunnison's zone. Jackson Fields taking the face off. We have Caden and Rory on defense. And we have Jeremiah. And I believe Hendrick. Gunner playing wing. So Gunnison has it. They skated all the way into Summit zone. Shot on goal. Saved by Jackson Yu. All right, Jackson Fields taking the face off here in the Summit zone. He wins the face off. Goes back over to Caden. Caden's going to push it off the boards. Gunnison comes up with it, intercepted by Sawyer. Sawyer gets it out of the zone. And this might have enough for icing, but Gunnison comes up with the puck. They're going to turn around and skate fast back the other way. Rory's all over, pushes the puck into the boards. Centering pass is intercepted by Caden and saved by Jackson Yu. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first period. Summit leads 1-0. Face off in Summit zone. And Jackson Reed will be in there to take that face off. We have the Houston Twins. Bodie and Arlo playing D. All right. Summit wins the face off. Bodie comes up with the puck. She skates it behind the net, drops it off for Arlo. Arlo's gonna skate it out of the zone. And he's got 1 on him. Poke checked away, goes into the boards, and Max is over there trying to fight for the puck. Max and Jackson Reed fighting for the puck in the corner. They send it around the other way. Intercepted by Ben over there. Puck squirts out of the zone, and Bodie comes up with it. Passes across ice to Arlo. Arlo's going to dump it in deep. and it goes around the back of the net, and Ben's going to be around on the other side to take it. He passes it to the point, and Gunnison's going to come up with it and skate out of the zone. They have a one-on-one going. Bodie with an excellent defensive play, poke checks it away, pass up to Max. Max is going to fight along the boards to move the puck forward, and Jackson Reed comes up with it, taken away by Gunnison, and they're going to take him into the zone. Lots of D on him, and they shot. It's hits the side of the net, and Bodie's going to come up with the puck, and he will skate it out of the zone. Passes it up, can't quite get Jeremiah, but it's deep in the zone, and Jackson Reed's going to go after it. All right, Finn McFarland comes up with the puck. He's going to take a shot, blocked out in front, goes to Caden. Caden's going to take a shot, misses wide left, and shot on goal, save. Jackson Reed's going to take a shot. It's going to miss wide right. And Hendrick is in the corner to dig it out, sent deep behind the net again. Jeremiah's going to go chase after the puck. And Gunnison's able to clear deep into Summit zone. They're not going to call icing. Finn McFarland's going to come up with it. He passes it up to Jeremiah, I believe. And they're going to try to push it up the boards. Jackson Fields in there now. Shot on goal, misses wide left. Again, shot on goal, misses wide left again. Jeremiah's going to come up with the puck. And Finn's going to take the puck. All right, Jeremiah's got the puck now. He's going to skate it out of the zone. Poke checked away. He's going to stick with it, pushes it deep into the zone. And Summit's going to have to chase after that. Excellent defensive play by Jeremiah. Poke checked away. And again, stolen again by Jeremiah. And he's going to push it deep into the zone. Summit's going to chase after it. Gunnison's going to push it around to the point. Rory's going to grab it, send it back in the zone. Jeremiah's got it. Shoots. Score. And it's saved by the Gunnison goals. All right, face off in Gunnison zone. Jackson Reed gets an excellent feed to Gunner. He gets a quick shot off, but saved by the Gunnison goalie. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first period. Summit leads 1-0. Again, face off. Jackson Reed wins the face off. Goes to Arlo. Arlo takes a shot. Low, saved by the Gunnison goalie. Gunner going after the puck in the corner. Gunnison comes up with it, squirts out of the zone. Arlo has possession. Makes a move. Sawyer comes up with the puck. He's going to circle around, dump it deep in the zone. And this might be icing. 1 minute, 51 seconds left in the first period. Summit leads 1-0. We're going to come back down to the Summit end for the next faceoff. All right, Jackson Reed taking the faceoff. We have Arlo, Sawyer, Gunner. And we have Rory in there as well. Summit trying to clear. They're able to. Gunnison's have to reset, and that's going to be offsides. All right, Jackson Fields taking the face-off now. We have the Houston Twins in there, Bodie and Finn McFarland. All right, Gunnison wins the face-off. They push it into the zone. A lot of white jerseys in front, intercepted in front by Bodie. Still fighting for the puck. Pushes it to the point. Shot on goal. Saved by Jackson Yu. Deflected into the corner. Gunnison comes up with against centering pass, but they can't quite get a stick on the puck. Taken away by Bodie Lowe, and he is going to skate it out of the zone. Pushes it into the corner. Gunnison's going to come up with it. Intercepted, but Ben isn't able to hang on to it. Dennison dumps it into the corner. They're going to change. And Ben McFarland's going to skate the puck out of the zone and take it up. He's got 5 players in front of him, and it's going to be offsides. 38 seconds left in the first period. Summit leads 1-0. Summit's going to change it up. We have Jackson Reed, Jeremiah, we got Hendrick, we got Arlo, and Caden on D. Jackson Reed wins the face-off. Arlo comes up with the puck, and he's trying to advance in the neutral zone. Can't quite get a handle on it. Jeremiah's going to come up with it. He's going to skate it deep into the zone. Circles. He's looking for someone to center to. Tries to center. Intercepted. Hendricks got it now. Poke checked away. Gunnison's going to come up with it. They're going to skate it out of the zone and push it deep and dump it into the zone. Hayden's going to come up with the puck now, and that'll be the end of the first period. Summit leads 1-0. All right, here we go. Start of the second period. U10A boys, 18. First game of the playoffs against Gunnison. All right, we got Jackson Fields out there taking the face-off. We have Jeremiah, Hendrick, Arlo, and Caden playing for Summit. Fight against the boards. Looks like Jeremiah comes up with a puck. Not by a lot of traffic. Gunnison takes it away. It's still loose in the neutral zone right now. Gunnison takes it, skates it into the zone. Summit really playing some good defense. Gunnison takes it back in. It's a 2-on-2. Shot on goal. Saved by Jackson Yu. He covers it for the whistle. All right, Jackson Fields will take the face-off. He wins the face-off. Puck goes to Bodie Lowe. He's behind the net. He will pass it up and dumps it off to Jackson Fields. Jackson Fields is going to go the other way. A lot of traffic in front of him. Gunner's going to come up with the puck, and he will dump it deep in the zone. Someone will have to chase. Sawyer, Jackson Fields going after it in the corner. Sneaks by Rory. Puck goes all the way down the end. They shoot, miss, wide left. And Bodie Lowe and Gunner are fighting for the puck in the corner. Gunner comes up with it. He'll skate it out of the zone, gets it by, and icing is waved off. So Gunner's going to chase after this puck. Sawyer's on the other end. Jefferson Fields now going after the puck. Goes to a Gunnison player. They're going to skate it into the zone, and it's going to be offsides on Gunnison. It's got 10 minutes, 24 seconds left in the second period. Summit leads 1-0. Jackson Reed's going to take the face-off. We have the Houston Twins in there. We have Caden and Arlo on D. Puck is pushed deep into the Summit zone. Arlo comes up with it. Scrum behind the net for the puck. Squirts out. Max is going to come up with it. He's going to shove it out of the zone. This is icing has been waved off, so puck is deep in the zone. Jackson Reed's going to go after it. Comes up with it. He's going to take a shot on goal. Ben's going to take a shot, and it's going to go to the point. Arlo's going to keep it in deep, push it behind the net. Ben's going to go after it now. And Jackson Reed keeps it in. Gunnison comes up with it. They're going to try to send it up the boards. Jackson Reed's going to come up with it again. He's going to take a shot, and there's going to be a save from the Gunnison goalie. Goes to the point. Arlo is going to shoot, and it's going to make its way in. Nice high shot by Arlo from the point. Hits the upper left-hand corner of the goal. There's 9 minutes, 17 seconds left in the second period. Summit leads 2-0. That last goal is from Arlo. Merle. All right, we have Fields in there. We have Hendrick, Jeremiah, and we have Bodie and Finn McFarland on D. Excellent pass to Bodie. Bodie tries to pass it up. No one to receive his pass. Passes back to Finn. Finn tries to pass it up to Hendrick, and the puck squirts in the zone. They're going to call this icing. All right, face off in Summit Zone. Jackson Fields will take that face off. Okay, Jeremiah Hendrick in there. We have Bodie and Finn McFarland. All right, Jackson Fields wins the face off. Summit pushes up the boards to the point. Gunnison pushes it back in deep. They're going to have a chance here. They're going to take a shot. Misses wide right. And puck goes behind the net. Finn McFarland fighting hard for the puck. Gunnison comes up with it. They try to center it. Bodie intercepts, and Bodie's going to take the puck behind the net, passes it back for Finn. Finn's going to push it forward, and he will skate it out of the zone. And he's got 4 players on him. Jackson Fields is on the other side. He dumps it into the zone, and someone's going to chase after it. Gunnison comes up with it. And they will keep it alive. Got Jeremiah on. All right. Gunnison comes up with it. They're going to skate into the zone, but it's going to be offsides. All right, it's the second period, 7:56 left. Summit leads 2-0. Jackson Reed's going to take the face off. We have Sawyer and Gunner in there. And Rory and Arlo on defense. Summit wins that face off. And Sawyer and Gunnison dumps it deep into the Summit zone. Summit has possession. They're going to pass it up. They clear the zone. Jackson Reed has it. He's going to scoot it in. He's got 4 players on him. He's looking for someone to center. 2 takes a shot, gets blocked up in front. And Gunnison's going to come back up with the puck and get it out of the zone. We have a 2-on-2 going back the other way. Rory's going to push the player all the way into the boards. Excellent defensive play, and Arlo's going to come up with the puck on at the other end. And there's going to be a penalty, I believe, on Arlo, perhaps slashing or tripping. So 7 minutes left in the second period. Summit leads 2-0. Gunnison's going to go on a power play. All right, we have Bodie and Caden on D. We have Sawyer, Jackson Fields as the penalty kill team. All right, Bodie has the puck deep in the zone. He's going to skate, try to get the puck out. Intercepted by Gunnison. They push it deep back into the zone. Caden's going to come up with it. Excellent defensive play. He's going to pass it up to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to skate it out of the zone and hopefully burn some time here. Gunnison poke checks it away. They're going to come back up with it. And they're going to get a shot here. Blocked in front, goes wide left. And Jackson Fields comes up with a puck in the corner. He's going to skate it out and clear it. He's going to kill some time here. Zips around. Poke checked away by Gunnison. And Gunnison's going to take control and come back the other way. Excellent defensive play by Caden. Poke checks it away, pushes it into the boards. And he's going to fight along the boards for possession here. Squirts out deep the other way. Jackson Fields will come up with the puck and he will clear the zone. You got Max in there, Sawyer. Break the other way. Shot saved by Jackson Yu. All right. 5 minutes, 41 seconds left in the second period. Summit leads 2-0. Power play is over. Another quick shot on goal, saved by Jackson Yu. All right, Jackson Reed taking the face off. One by Summit. Finn McFarland. Ooh. Squirts out in front of the net, but goes wide. Arlo's going to come up with it behind the net. He passes it up to Max. Max is going to try to keep it in. Goes back to Arlo behind the net. Arlo's going to pass it up to Ben. And he can't connect. And it's going to go back to Arlo. Arlo's going to clear the zone and send it up the boards. We have Jackson Reed and Ben fighting for the puck here. It's going to squirt back out to Arlo in the neutral zone. He's going to dump it deep, or try to dump it deep in the zone. Kind of fans on that. It goes back to Max. Max is going to battle along the boards for the puck and eventually gets pushed deep into the Summit zone. No icing is called. Finn's going to be back behind the net to retrieve the puck. And he's going to try to send it around, but pushes it out of the zone. Max is going to go chase after it, but Gunnison's going to come up with a turn and try to get out. Max steals it, dumps it deep in the zone, and someone's going to have to chase this. All right, Jackson Reed in the right place, intercepts the puck. He's going to try to center it. Reed comes up with it. He's going to center it, put it on goal, saved. Excellent shift for Summit there. All right. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left in the second period. Summit leads 2-0. Jackson Fields to take the face off. We have Jeremiah and Hendrick in there. We have Arlo and Caden on D. Caden's going to keep it alive. It's going to go right to Gunnison player. They're going to skate it out of the zone. A lot of traffic out front. Jeremiah steals the puck, gets it out of the zone, and that's going to be offsides for Gunnison. All right, Jackson Fields take the face off. Wins the face off. Tries to push the puck forward, intercepted by Gunnison. They're going to come up with the puck and skate it into the zone. Rory's going to come up with the puck. And she's going to come around with speed. She's going to push it out of the zone. Poke checked away by Gunnison. Gunnison's going to come up with the puck. They're going to center it. They have a clean shot here. Shot deflected up front by Caden. Excellent defensive play. And Hendrick's going to come up with the puck. Caden's going to actually take the puck, skate it out of the zone, and it's going to go to Jackson Fields. Fields is going to try to pass it. Gunnison comes up with it, and they're going to skate it into the zone. Two in front of him. Gets it on goal. Saved by Jackson U. And Caden's going to come up with it in the corner, and he's going to get it out of the zone. Yes. Jeremiah is playing really well tonight. Makes some key plays here, making it hard on the Gunnison team. They're going to come up with it. Excellent defense. Still trickles to the goal, saved by Jackson U. Kane's going to come up with it behind the goal and pass it around to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to try to send it up the boards, and there's going to be a whistle. Couldn't see what that was in the corner. All right, 2 minutes, 4 seconds left in the second period. Summit leads 2-0. That's going to be a penalty on Summit. So Gunnison will have a power play. Jackson Reed is going to take a face off. We have Gunner and Sawyer in on the wings, and we have Bodie and Arlo on D. Sawyer's going to take a shot here. He's going to get it on goal, saved by the Gunnison goalie. Gunner's going to send it up to the point to Arlo. Arlo's going to take another shot. He's going to miss to the right. Sawyer's got the puck behind the net. He's going to try to center it. He's got some white jerseys up front. Goes back to the point. Arlo's got it. Arlo's going to send it deep around the zone. This is an excellent penalty kill by the Summit team. Jackson Reed keeps it deep. Gunner's going to go after the puck. He's going to take possession. He's going to pass it up. Gunnarson's going to finally come up with it. And they're going to get it out of the zone right to Bodie. Bodie's going to turn it around. And he'll skate it back in the zone, kill some time. He may get a shot off here. Oh, he makes a move. Backhander goes wide to the left. And Gunnison's going to come back up with it. They're going to try to clear. It's going to go Arlo. Arlo's going to have an opportunity to take a shot. Gets blocked up front. And goes back to Arlo. He's going to keep pushing in deep. Excellent penalty kill. It's over now. 48 seconds left in the period. Gunner's got the puck in the corner here, trying to dig it out. Gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to take a shot. Misses wide right. Goes back to Arlo. Arlo's going to wing it. Misses wide left. And Gunnison's going to come up with an excellent defensive play by Bodie. He's going to poke check it away. And Sawyer's in the corner. He's going to push it forward. Applying some excellent pressure to this Gunnison team. They can't breathe. They're trying to clear, but And they finally do. They're going to ice this with 6 seconds left in the second period. All right, we got a new lineup here with the Houston Twins. Fields will take the face off. And we have Bodie and Arlo still playing D. 6 seconds left in the second period. Summit leads 2-0. Summit wins the face off. Arlo's going to get a shot out. Goes way high of the goal. And that's the end of the second period. Summit leads 2-0. All right, here we go. We're starting the third period. Summit leads 2-0. We're going to start with Jackson Fields taking the face off with the Houston Twins. Caden and Finn McFarland on D's. All right, Jackson Fields wins the face off. Max is going to battle for the puck here in the corner. Gunnison's going to push it deep into the zone. Finn McFarland's going to be on the other end to receive this. He's going to send it back around the other way. And we have Caden and Max to receive the puck. Puck squirts out of the zone. Gunnison has possession, and they're going to try to get it back in. Caden fighting for the puck in the corner. Jackson Fields comes up with it. He cuts back behind the net and cuts right in front of the net. Gets lucky. He didn't get the puck stolen from him. Gunnison's going to try to dump it in the zone. They're going to get a shot here, but Caden's going to play some excellent defense. Gets to the net. Saved by Jackson Yu. All right. Jackson Reed's going to take the face off. We have Jeremiah and Hendrick in there. Arlo and Rory on D. Jackson Reed's going to lose the face off. It's going to go to Gunnison. They're going to get a good shot off here. It's going to be blocked up in front. Goes wide left. Hendrick's going to battle for the puck in the corner. Gets it up to Jackson Reed. Reed's going to get the puck poke checked away, and Rory's going to come up with the puck, poke checked away from her. They are able to clear the puck, and Gunnison gets it back in. Excellent defense up front. That's going to be a penalty on Summit coming up here. And there's the whistle. It's going to be tripping on Hendrick. So 10 minutes, 32 seconds left in the third period. Summit leads 2-0. And Gunnison is going to go on a power play for tripping. We have Bodie and Arlo in there playing D. We have Jackson Reed and Jeremiah up front. Struggle for the puck up front. Gunnisson's able to send it back to the point. Excellent defensive play by Jackson Reed. And Arlo's going to try to push it up the boards. Goes right back to Arlo. And Bodie's got it now. He's going to take it behind the back of the net, cut back. He's going to send it up the boards. There's nobody there to grab the puck. Goes to the point. Gunnisson's going to get a shot off. It's going to get blocked before it gets to the net. And then now Jackson Reed's got it. He's got a 1-on-3 break going back the other way. Just dumps it deep in the zone. Excellent play. And is going to stick with the puck. Jeremiah comes up with the puck. He will kill some time, locking it up against the boards. Jackson Reed comes up with it. They try to center, but Gunnison takes control. They clear the zone. Power play is over. Arlo's got it now. He takes a shot on goal. Save. Got 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in the third period. Summit leads by 2-0. And we got Jackson Fields taking the face off. We had Caitman Finn playing D, and Sawyer and Gunner. And Dennison's able to clear the puck out of the zone. Sawyer comes up with it, goes back and forth. Hayden comes up with it. He dumps it back into the zone. Gunner's going to try to get that puck back. Hayden's able to get a stick on it, and that's going to be offsides on the Gunnison team. All right, Jackson Fields take the face off. He is able to win the face off. Goes to Sawyer. Sawyer dumps it into the zone. They wave off icing. Gunnison retrieves the puck deep in their zone behind the net. Trying to move it up. Sawyer gets in the way, pushes it forward. Goes to the point. Finn's got it. Finn's got an opportunity. He's going to take a shot. This is wide right. Gets deflected up front. Kane's going to poke it, keep it in, sends it around the boards. And we have Jackson Reed and Sawyer on the other end to try to steal that puck back. Sawyer makes an excellent defensive move, grabs the puck, shoots on goal, save. Tries to shoot again, hits the post. Oh. Excellent shift by the Summit team with a couple opportunities up front. All right, Jackson Fields to take the face off here. Wins the face off. Bodie comes up with the puck. He's going to push it up the boards, goes to the point. Gunnison's going to retrieve it. Bodie's going to keep pushing that puck forward out of the zone. Gunnison's going to come up with it, and they're going to skate it in, but Jackson Fields is going to steal the puck, go around the back of the net, passes it up to Bodie. Bodie's going to hook it out of the zone, takes it back, and he's going to dump it deep into the Gunnison zone. Excellent play to waste some time here. Excellent play by Jackson Fields. Gets a shot off on goal, goes high. So far, a good penalty kill, but Gunnison's going to come back, going pretty fast. Arlo's going to push him into the corner. They try to center, intercepted by Jeremiah, and right place at the right time. He tries to push it forward. He gets it out of the zone, and that's going to be offsides by the Gunnison team. Power play is over. 6 minutes left in the third period. Summit leads 2-0. All right, the puck's going to go back into the Gunnison zone. We have Reed taking the face off. We have Hendrick in there, Jeremiah, Finn McFarland, and Bodie playing back on D. The ref is telling a story up there. Not sure what's going on. All right, here goes. All right. Gunnison wins the face-off. They dump it out of the zone. Icing is waved off. There's a fight for the puck. Then McFarland, Gunner eventually comes up with it, pushes it up the boards, goes to the point, and that's going to be offsides on the Gunnison team. All right, Jackson Reed taking the face-off. We have Hendrick and Jeremiah in there. Bodie and Finn. All right, Jeremiah comes up with it, dumps it out of the zone. Gunnison comes up with it. Finn McFarland takes the puck away. Poke checked away from him. Hendrick is keeping the puck alive. And Gunnison's able to dump it deep in the zone. Bodie goes after it. He cuts back hard, takes it the other way. He's looking for someone to send it to. Drops it back to Arlo. Arlo passes it to Hendrick. And Jackson Reed with a great breakaway. He's going to take a shot. Oh, hits the side of the net. Makes an excellent defensive play. He centers it. And there's another chance there, but they couldn't connect on it. And Jeremiah comes up with the puck. He's going to circle back around, take it out of the zone, and he will turn back the other way on a 1-on-3 and take a shot. Oh, that was a great shot, but a great save by the goalie as well. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third period. Score is 2-0. Summit leads. All right, Jackson Fields will take the face off. We have Gunner and Sawyer in there. Arlo and Caden on D. Arlo goes after the puck. He dumps it back in, but that's going to be offsides. All right, Jackson Fields wins the face-off. It goes to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to take a shot on goal. Misses wide right. Gunner's going to come up with the puck in the corner. He centers. Had Sawyer there, but intercepted by Gunnison. Gunner's going to take it back away. He's going to shoot on goal, and that's going to be saved by the goalie. Excellent offense by the Summit team here. All right, same crew out there. Jackson Fields to take the face off. Wins the face off. Gunner in the corner battling. Squirts to Arlo, gets away from Arlo, goes out of the zone. Caden's going to come up with the puck and send it back up the boards. It's going to get back to Arlo. Gunner's going to try to push it forward. Jackson Fields in there trying to get it to go the right way. Gunner's digging in. Jackson Fields. Gunner again. Squirts back to Arlo. Arlo's going to get it out of the zone. Almost connects with Gunner. And Gunnison is going to dump it deep into the corner. Arlo's going to come up with it. And Arlo's going to pass it up to Gunner. Gunner's going to try to push it up. Gunnison steals it. They shoot on goal. It goes wide right. Gunnison's going to shoot again. Gets blocked up in front by their own player. Excellent defense by the Summit team. 3 minutes left in the third period. Jackson Fields is going to come up with it in the corner. He's going to send it around behind the net. Gunner's going to be there to receive the puck. Gunner's going to push it around. It's poke checked away. Arlo's going to pass it back up to Gunner. And it's going to be pushed into the zone on goal. And the goalie's going to shovel it off to the boards. Dennison's going to come back up with it. Dennison's got the puck. They're going to send it up the boards. They clear the zone. And there's a 1-on-2 break the other way. Bodie takes away the puck, playing the body really well. And he's going to take the puck out of the zone. Got a 2-on-3 going back the other way. He's got Jackson Fields poke checked away. And they're able to clear the zone. Jackson Fields turns around, playing some excellent defense. And a lot of bodies up front. They're probably going to call a tripping on someone here. On Jackson Fields. Gunnison will go back on a power play. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third period. Summit leads 2-0. All right. We have 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third period. Summit leads 2-0. This is going to be a a Gunnison power play. I'm not sure what's going on here. So a quick shot off the face-off and score by Gunnison. All right, 2 minutes left in the third period. Gunnison scores a quick one. The score's now 2-1. And Gunnison pushes the puck is deep in the Gunnison zone. Sawyer's going to come up with it in the corner. He's going to fight for it. Jackson Reed is going to push it back in towards Sawyer. Sawyer's going to send it around the boards behind the net. Gunner's going to be on the other side to take that puck away. Goes to the point. Arlo's going to pick it up. Goes right to Gunnison. They're going to come back fast the other way. Nice poke check by Arlo. Breaks up the play. And the puck's going to come back to Arlo again. Gunnison picks it off. Arlo's going to steal the puck back, and he's going to skate it out of the zone. Jackson Reed tries to push it forward, and Gunnison comes back strong. Excellent defensive play by Bodie. They're going to try to center it, but Bodie takes the puck away. Excellent defensive play. Bodie's going to try to he skates it out of the zone. He's going to go back the other way. There's a one-on-one. Empty net. He misses the empty net. It goes wide right. 57 seconds left in the third period. Gets away from Arlo. Gunnison's going to come back strong the other way. One-on-one. Gunnison's going to get a shot off here. Arlo blocks the puck in front. Excellent play. Centers it, but it gets away. It goes to the point. Gunnison retrieves the puck again. They're going to try to shoot, and Gunner's going to put on the pressure, and they're unable to. They send it around the boards. It's behind the net. 26 seconds left in the period. Cleared by Summit. They're going to call this icing. Twenty seconds left in the third period. The score is 2-1. Gunnison goalie is pulled. It's 6-on-5. Summit just has to hold on for 20 more seconds here. All right, Jackson Reed is going to take the face-off. He's able to come up with the puck, pushes it along the boards. It is stolen by Jackson Fields. He's got the empty net in front of him. He's going to take a shot, and he is able to connect. He scores. Scores now 3-1 with 9 seconds left in the third period. All right, 9 seconds left in the third period. Summit leads 3-1. Jackson Fields take the face off. Jackson Fields with the empty net goal. He wins the face off. Arlo pushes it forward. Gunnison dumps it into the zone. It's not going to have enough for icing. And that is the end of the game. Summit wins.